Hey everyone, welcome back to the Addicted Bookworm. It is time for another video. So this is going to be the review of Roald Dahl, Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. This is a 30 chapter book, and I got done with it within an hour. I mean, literally the chapters were so small, and I was like, yeah, I like those kinds of books. So Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, if you're very familiar with the book or you have watched the movie, it is about a boy called Charlie. Charlie. I can remember his first name. I can never remember his. Charlie Bucket. And him and his family live in poverty, and they eat cabbage soup every day. It's literally the only thing they eat. Apparently, you got grandparents that sleep in the same bed, but it's not what you think. And yeah, it's a very hard life for Charlie Bucket and his family. And in the town that Charlie Bucket and everybody lives in, there is a basically a factory that is run by Willy Wonka. And Willy Wonka decided to cut all access to the factory because people were still in his secrets. Anyways, so what happens is Willy Wonka decides to have a contest where he invites 5 children and their guardians, parents or guardians, to take a tour of his fantastic factory. And Charlie is the last one who gets the ticket. So Charlie and his grandpa, they go into Willy Wonka's factory and they see all of these wonderful things, and they encounter the Oompa Loompas, and one by one the children show how much their parents did not raise them, and they get the consequences of their actions. Of course, we all know that Charlie ends up being the one that wins because he is a good person. He was also raised right, so that's good. So, yeah, so the thing about the book is actually much better than the movies because they changed one part of the book. Sorry, they changed one part of the movie that made it different from the book. So in the movie, Charlie doesn't win at first. He doesn't win because he stole something from Willy Wonka. Now, he didn't leave with it, but he basically took it. And it wasn't enough to give an immediate consequence, but at the end of the movie, Willy Wonka tells him that you didn't win, and he tells him why. And the grandpa has his view of, my grandson isn't going to give this piece out to people. You know, he's going to consume it himself. Because he knows Charlie. He knows Charlie does not steal things because he is greedy, you know, and everything. And it is when Charlie gives Willy back the item that he took, does Willy Wonka tell him that he's won, and explains what he's won. So, anyways, I like the book ending a lot better than the movie because it really shows that Willy Wonka already knew that Charlie was a good person, and there was no test to prove it. He just won from the fact that he happened to be a good person. So I gave this book 5 stars, and I openly said the book is better than the movie. All right. With that out of the way, I was going to do this as a short, but I decided I'm not going to do that because I found out that one of the books that I chose as part of the 25 book pile is actually number 2 in it. So I have to get number 1 on Kindle, and then I will add the book. I will re-add the book back to the pile. So the book that I chose to replace that book is The Key Lime Pie Murder by Joanne Fluke. I am actually on chapter 5 of the book right now. There is about there's 32 chapters in the book, so I will probably I am going to read 5 more chapters tonight, and then tomorrow, if I don't get summoned into work, I will go ahead and read like from 11 all the way to 20. And then on Sunday, I'll read like 21 to 25, and then when I get home from work, I will finish the book. So, yeah, I will have that finished, and then I will go ahead and upload the short for the next book, because I know the next book, hopefully, I will say this, I'm going to rephrase that. I really hope and pray that the book that I had to replace with this one is the only one I've had to replace, because it literally is like, why in the world are you selling the second book? What happened to the first book? But, yeah, this is what happens. Alright, so, yeah, that is my video for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye.